Imagine lying there at night, waiting to go to sleep, wanting to go to sleep because you know you have to get up and work the next day, but being afraid to. Because what if he attacks in the middle of the night? What if he breaks in? And if that doesn't happen, you're not really looking forward to the nightmares that are going to come either. That is the reality of a woman with a scary ex.
We now know Paul Lambert stalked Angela for days. In this nature reserve at the back of her house, it was easy for him to slip through the bushes unnoticed, over her back fence, and quietly break into her home. She doesn't know that hiding in the walk-in wardrobe of her bedroom is the man planning to rape and kill her.
While we're not going to directly deal with the nightmares in this video, we are going to talk about how to secure your home, which should make you sleep better at night. In this video, we're going to talk about locks on your doors, window alarms, home security cameras, personal safety gadgets, DIY systems, and home security systems. We're going to start, like I always start, with door locks. Deadbolts are the way to go. I always tell people that the locks that are on the doorknobs will only keep out the people that you don't need to worry about in the first place. Deadbolts are the way to go. This day and age, smart deadbolts might be the way to go if you can afford it. So there are smart locks that can enhance your home security with keyless entry, even biometric entry if that's something that you're interested in. And they have the ability to be connected to an app so that you can lock and unlock the doors, not from being right at the door. So maybe you need to do that from your car before you go in, for example. That makes that a whole lot easier than 15 years ago when I was having to fumble with keys. The thing is that you want to make sure that you do have a backup key for something like that just in case, and you want to test the batteries fairly often just to make sure that everything is functioning like it's supposed to. So a couple of options that are highly recommended on Amazon are the Yale Assure Lock 2. It's a versatile smart lock compatible with most smart home systems, offering options like a keypad or a fingerprint reader. And then Wise Lock Bolt is a budget-friendly option providing fingerprint and Bluetooth access for quick, secure entry. So those are just a couple of options. There are a lot more if you want to do that research, but I wanted to give you a couple of different ideas for each of these steps. I don't really care which ones you use. I looked for some ones that were highly reviewed for you. It doesn't matter to me what you use, just get good locks. Those are super important. Because windows are common entry points for intruders. They're not as common, I don't think, as the doors, which is why we do that first. But then windows. So you want an alarm to let you know if somebody messes with your window. I usually recommend magnetic alarms. They're quiet when the magnets are attached, but then when they move or they separate, then the alarms go off. They can be pretty inexpensive. They're not wired. You stick them on. They've got batteries. Easy peasy. Now in the day that we live in, you can get significantly more sophisticated ones. When my daughter was younger, I bought some of the more sophisticated ones that would alert me on my phone anytime that those had moved, had alarmed, as well as just every time that it opened in general. It would log that stuff so that I could see, so that if somebody was opening, and I used it on the doors also, if somebody was opening that when it wasn't supposed to be, I had record of it. If you are dealing with a stalker, I definitely recommend that you go that route, because then you are dealing with these fears that maybe somebody's in your house. That'd be a really easy way to know. A couple of options that were highly recommended are the GE personal security window and door alarms. They're easy to install. They emit a loud noise when they're tampered with. That's true for most of them. That's what you want. Also, there are ring contact sensors, perfect for monitoring windows and doors with real-time notifications sent to your phone. Install the alarms everywhere that is accessible. And I would say, as far as accessible goes, if you have a scary ex, everywhere, every window. I mean, Obviously, the most important ones, get those first, the most accessible. But if you have the money to do every window, do every window. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you have a scary ex who doesn't want to let you go, who is pursuing you, or who is angry with you and is pursuing you, you need to be as prepared as possible. Definitely all of the first floor windows, any type of entry into your basement, if that's an option, any type of entry from your basement into the rest of your home, you want that to be locked and or alarmed. And then second floor for most unmotivated, like burglars. Your second story is probably going to be relatively safe unless there's something they're motivated for inside of your house where they think that it is. But when it comes to a scary ex, you need to just consider them motivated. Some of these guys will go across the country. They will go to no end to find that woman that they're pursuing. So second story is not a whole lot. And if you have children, especially small children, you really want to make sure that you're checking your windows anyway to make sure that they're locked, to make sure that your alarms are working, because little kids like to mess with stuff. And they may unlock the window or screw with the alarm. You might not have any idea if that's not something that you check. The next thing is security cameras. Cameras have two purposes. I need you to understand this. The primary purpose that people like to say is that they are a deterrent. And they are, to a point. It's again the same with the motivated and unmotivated. For somebody who is not a motivated intruder or burglar, a security camera might unmotivate them, might deter them for too difficult of a mark. But for somebody with a scary ex, consider them motivated. So I don't think that a security camera is probably going to be a deterrent for them. The second function that they have is to collect evidence. So if they are not deterring the crime from happening, they're collecting evidence to hopefully prosecute whoever did whatever. That is the reason that you don't want to just have that. That's why we're looking at this whole picture, and I'm going to add something at the end too, because I think it needs to be part of your home security system plan. A couple of options for home security cameras. Wyze Cam V3. It's an affordable, high-definition camera with night vision and weather resistance, suitable for indoor and outdoor use. And the Ring Stick-Up Cam battery. It's a versatile, wire-free option with motion-activated notifications and two-way communication, so you can actually talk through that camera as well. Couple of other things that you want to look for in a camera. You want to look for something that has motion detection. Some of them record all of the time. Others only record when they start recording when there's motion. That's preferable. Otherwise, you're going to have tons of footage for no reason. You want night vision. You want something that stores on a cloud, preferably, and not something that stores in your home that somebody can then steal and destroy, and then there is no evidence. So you want something that stores on a cloud to make sure that they're at the very least 6 foot high, if not higher. If they can be higher, they're less likely to get messed with, and they're going to be more effective. There's a bunch of different good options, and if you are too broke to be able to afford those right now, I have been there. You can buy dummy cameras. Some of them look very realistic. There are some that have lights and some that even move that you can put batteries in, and they look like real cameras. Whether you are using those by themselves or you're using real cameras and those to kind of supplement so that people think that there's cameras everywhere and really there's only cameras in one spot. Whatever you need to get, do as much as you can and add to it as you're able. Hey, if we haven't met yet, my name's April Hardy. I'm a survivor who now educates other women with a scary ex on how to stay safe. I hope that you're getting value from this video. If you are, would you do me a favor and share it with somebody that you know who you think would get value from it too? Thank you in advance for sharing this resource. Next up is wearable safety products or safety gadgets. I did an entire video on wearable safety products here that you can go to if you want to, but in this video I'm just going to mention two of them and tell you that wearable safety products are super important because they're on you, hopefully, ideally, all of the time, and then they allow you to be able to push a button and discreetly call for help. If you're out in a situation and you get taken away, drug into an alley so that you can get raped and murdered by some random stranger, then you want to have some kind of big, noisy, attention-drawing alarm that's going to hopefully bring you help. But if it is a scary ex that is breaking into your home, that's not what you want. If you have this big alarm that's going off in your house, nobody outside of your house is probably going to hear it anyway. And you don't want to ruffle their feathers or make things worse. So in this situation, having something discreet that you can push a button wherever you have it located, and it will call the police for you, or it will alert you, somebody in your network, and have them call the police for you. That is an important part of your safety plan. A couple of them that I think are really good here: InvisiWear jewelry. They are stylish jewelry that sends emergency alerts at the push of a hidden button. And also the Flare bracelet is a discreet bracelet that sends an emergency alerts or triggers a fake phone call. So it has like an added feature if you're out and about. You can push the button if there's an awkward situation or you don't feel comfortable in a situation, and it will call your phone as a fake phone call with whatever pre-programmed fake phone calls you have in there so that you can answer and, oh, I gotta go because I grabbed this. So that's just an added benefit to it. It's not a requirement, but it's a bonus. Tips for use: wear them all the time, keep them charged, and let people in your security network know that they're in your security network. Hey, you're in my security network. This is what I want you to do if I ever alert you. This alert means that this guy has showed up at my house, call 911. He has shown up at my house, make sure that my kids are okay. Showed up at my work, take my kids and get them to safety. Just make sure that they know what you want them to do in the event that they get an alert. Next, we have DIY home security kits. These are kind of a combination of a few of the different things that we already talked about, and they're more affordable than like a full-blown home security system, but they're still more expensive than buying each of those things on your own as you're able to. So if you are looking for get it done now, don't have to deal with piecing things together and that sort of thing, and you can afford it, this might be the way to go. A couple of recommendations: there is the Simply Safe 7-piece system, which includes cameras, motion detectors, and sensors. There's the Ring Alarm Pro, which combines a home security system with an Arrow Wi-Fi 6 router for smart home integration. Then home security systems are like the upper echelon of this. They are that way because they're often professionally monitored systems that offer constant surveillance and provide quick responses to emergencies. A couple of recommended products: ADT Command. ADT has been around forever and they've got a pretty good reputation, so I feel good about recommending them. ADT Command is a robust, professionally monitored system with advanced features. And then there's one called Vivint Smart Home. It combines home automation with advanced security features. And then the other thing that I didn't mention before as one of these home security steps, but I really think it's important, is to make sure that you have some type of self-defense weapon. I wouldn't recommend pepper spray in your house because it's going to affect you and anybody else in there also. Pepper gel, on the other hand, goes more for the person that you're directing it at. You just have to make sure that you shoot it at their face because it doesn't disperse into the air. It has to be pretty precise, but that's a better option. Or a firearm, or a giant baseball bat if you can swing it, but some type of a self-defense weapon that you'll actually use, that you know where it is, that's beside your bed or something like that, readily available in the event of a home intruder, especially if you have a scary ex. Bonus tips for using these products effectively: layer your security. Don't just do one thing. Don't just do cameras. Don't just do smart locks, although that would be where I would start, is smart locks. But the goal is to have this whole big safety plan, not just one piece of it here or one piece of it there. That's where you want to end up, is layered security. regular testing, obviously. Technology is amazing when it works, and it sucks when it doesn't work, so make sure that yours is working. If it has batteries, make sure that those are charged or regularly changed, and ensure that everybody in your home that should be using your alarm system knows how to use it correctly. And then it's really smart to create a safety plan, like to write down a safety plan. And these home security features are a part of a bigger safety plan. So this is securing your home, but you also want to decide, what am I going to do if somebody comes for me through the front door? Where are safe places that I can go? What am I going to do about my job? If I have kids, am I talking to the kids about what happens if there's an invader in our home or an intruder in our home in the middle of the night? Am I talking to them about, what if it's their dad? What are they supposed to do? If he breaks into our house, are they supposed to call 911 from inside of the house? Are they supposed to get out of the house? Are they supposed to go get their little brother and get out of the house, or whatever the case may be? This is all part of a bigger plan. The first 12 months after leaving an abusive relationship or a scary ex are the most dangerous time for a woman and the children. Plan accordingly. Securing your home is a really important step if you've recently left an abuser. But what if you haven't left yet? What if you feel like there's something wrong in your relationship, but you're not sure what to call it? Abusers are really good at confusing victims about their behavior. So we're going to start a video series about domestic violence, where we're going to unpack all of the different types of abuse that victims experience. Until I see you in the next video, please stay safe.